Hello, it's Ash and welcome back to my channel. Now you're going to need a foam roller for this session and we're going to have a really good deep tissue massage. Now a foam roller is really good for getting into those tight spots, especially if you've got some pimples like I have. If you've got a flat one and it's just a nice round one, it's actually a little bit more bearable sometimes. Some of these pimples sometimes can be a bit like, a bit brutal. So we're going to make a start. We're going to go through the whole of your body and we're going to get a nice post-run or post-workout foam roll session. My brain just stopped for a moment there. I have been for a long run this morning, so that's why my brain is a bit tired. So what we're going to do from here is we're going to start into the calf muscles and we're going to bring the left leg onto the foam roller. Make sure the other 3 points of contact, so the hands and the other foot at all times, they can be used for support and stability throughout the whole of this foam roll session. So from here, what we're going to do is we're going to roll from the fleshy part. We're not going to go all the way into the knee because there's a few tendons and nerves and things we don't want to press into the knee. So the fleshy part of the calf down to sort of like just above the Achilles heel. And then we're just going to roll through that. I'm going to spend roughly about the same amount of time on each side. So push into your hands and push into your right foot. And then just start to roll nice and slowly. And feel all of that squishing and tingling. Breathe as you do that. What you can also do with this is, because we have a couple of different muscles in the calf muscle area, is you can start to turn your foot out and roll along again, the fleshy part on the outer side, and then you can start to turn the toes in and roll on that big fleshy part again. You'll see more of the muscle on this side. Again, make sure as you go through, if you ever get any excessive pain or pinching, you just stop, you don't keep pushing into that. Okay, so you can just alternate nice and slowly, windscreen wiper the foot. So you can massage the inner part of the calf and then the outer and then the middle. Breathe as you do this. Try and keep your shoulders and your jaw and your elbows soft. Okay, and then just release. And just take that foam roller out and then compare the difference between the left and the right. I mean, it feels like a different body. It feels like somebody else's leg, that one now, after that, compared to this right one. Okay, so same thing, hands and left foot's going to support right calf muscle. You're going to roll down again. Just going to time it, make sure we're getting roughly the same amount of length. And we're getting that nice squish. And again, as we do it, as we go one full length, we can just gently change the foot position to get the inner, then the middle, then the outer part of the calf muscle area. Keep breathing as you do this. Do you notice a difference between each calf muscle? Does one feel tighter and maybe a bit more tender than the other? Again, nice and slowly, again with the breathing. So this one for me is not as tight. Okay, and then just release that. Again, feeling the after effects, feel that light tingly feeling. Just realised I've still got mud all over my legs from the trail run I've just done. If you can see that. I'm sorry, I haven't had a shower yet. So we're going to go now into the hamstrings. Okay, so again, we're not going into the back of the knee because there's just a bit of tender area there that we don't really want to go too deep into. So what we're going to do is just above that area and then going just to where it meets the bum. So where it starts to meet the glute muscle. So we're going to go same thing, hands and feet as support. We're going to go up, and again, just check the time, so we're roughly working each side the same amount and we're rolling. Again, you can just slightly go to the outer and then the inner. You'll get a bit of adductor on the groin area as you turn the foot in. So you can just change your foot position as you do one full length. And see if you can find a spot that's good for you, that works into an area of tightness or tenderness. And if you do find a spot, what you can do is you can just work into it like this. So really subtle, small movements. As if you would be getting a deep tissue massage by a therapist that would be working the thumbs into that specific spot. Okay, keep breathing. Okay, and then we're just going to come back out, sit down into it. Just lift up again, feeling the after effects, and compare the left hamstring area to the right. Let's bring that bring the foam roller into the right hamstring area. Again, hands and feet to support. And let's go on this side. We're doing roughly about a minute on each muscle or muscle group. So again, we're just getting that, turning the foot slightly in and then slightly out to roll through the whole of that hamstring area. As we turn the foot in, we're maybe going to get a bit of that groin adductor muscle area. Again, just check in, how does this side feel? Is it different again, or is it the same? So keep breathing. When you start to feel like the body's shifting and you're getting a bit out of position, you can just move. Again, can you find any specific spots that need maybe 10 seconds of a bit of a work into? So we're encouraging a lot of blood flow, and we're encouraging the muscles to be less stiff and less tense. Let's come down onto your bum. Feel the after effects again. I'm going to go into the left glute now. So bring this up. So we're going to go sort of sat diagonally on the muscle. So what I'm going to do is get ready to sit on it with your left glute. So right foot out in front, then place the left ankle area onto the right thigh. Make sure you've got comfortable position with the hands as well that can support, and then make sure that it feels okay. So the big glute muscle, the big glute max and the glute medius near the hip should get squished with this. So you should feel it just above your hip and the main bum muscle. So you might need to just adjust yourself to get into that position. But again, we're going to go rolling that left glute. So you want it to just feel it just sort of again above the hip as well, because that's the glute medius area. That area, because it's weaker in a lot of people, it feels nice to just work into that. Keep breathing. Always make sure that you're getting fleshy parts as well, so you don't want to be pressing into bone. That can cause bruising, especially if you've got a pimply one like this. Okay, keep breathing. Try and relax your jaw and your shoulders. Go slow. Really work into that glute. It should feel really, it's one of those things that it's like, oh, it feels like you want to avoid it, but it also feels nice. It's like a nice, like a goodness. It's like a good bad. Okay, and then bring the hands down. Let's step hips up a little bit and remove that, and then just feel again the after effects, and just move that hip in, just move that knee in and out, and just notice maybe the freedom that you've got in that hip and glute area now from that. Let's do the same thing onto the opposite side, so onto the right glute. We're going to sit slightly on a diagonal, so sitting into that right hip, right glute area. Make sure it's the fleshy part. Right ankle area onto the left thigh. Support with the hands, and then rolling again. So we're rolling the big bum muscle, the big glute muscle, and then all the way into just above the hip, into that glute medius. And keep breathing as you do that. Again, if you're finding a spot that feels good to pause into, you can do 10 seconds of work into that. How are you breathing? So well done. So we're going to cover pretty much the whole of the body with the foam roller today. Definitely all of the legs. We're going to finish with the feet, which is a really nice way to finish. I'm going to get the upper body. We're not going to get the lats underneath or the neck in this one, but I'm going to get pretty much every other area. Okay, and then coming down onto your bum, take the foam roller off again. Feel the after effects. Again, just open up that knee and loosen. Do you feel more free in the hips and the glutes. Okay, so we're going to work into your adductor muscles, the groins on the inside, the groin area on the inside. We're going to place it at the left side of your mat, and then we're going to come down onto your front as if we're going into like a sphinx pose or a plank on our elbows. And then what we're going to do from here is we're going to open up that left inner thigh again, so make sure it's the fleshy part, so not the bony part on the inside of the knee. So just make sure we're just on the inside of the knee where the fleshy part is. And then it's almost again like you're doing a plank. So what you can do is, the more body weight you sort of like hover into and push into, the more intense it will be. The more body weight you sort of put down into the floor, the less intense it will be. So the more sort of body weight and pressure you put into the groin will be more intense. So we're rolling from that again, almost in like a plank position, rolling the inside of that. Again, you can go right towards the hip, but not, I wouldn't go right into the joint, especially if you've got a pimply one like me. It can feel a bit brutal and harsh. So just get the fleshy part of that groin area. And again, if you find a spot that needs your attention, you can work into it for 10 seconds or so. You might need to keep adjusting your body position as you move, because obviously you're rolling and moving. How does this side feel? Okay, well done. Let's slowly come back, lift that left knee and bring that leg in. Feel the after effects again on the inner thigh. Compare the difference. So again, feels like almost like the right leg's shorter for me, or as if it's pulled in a bit closer. Let's go right side of the mat with the foam roller. Let's come down into that plank position almost again. I'm going to need to just adjust this position. Take the inner thigh again, nice fleshy part. Roll. So I feel like I can probably put a bit more of my body weight into this side. It's not as tender as the other side. So what do you notice about your left and your right groin area? Again, if you can, try and breathe in and out through the nose. We're giving your body a really deep tissue massage with the foam roller. So this is great if you've just done a long run like me, or if you've done an intense session, or if you're at the end of a busy week, or if you're in the middle of a training block. It's really good to just give your body that good squish. If you're not able to get to a sports therapist, a massage therapist, you can use the foam roller for that bit more deeper work into the muscles. Okay, and then we're going to release again the leg and come back. Oh, I feel it. That feels so good. Feel the difference. My legs almost feel brand new. So just stretch your legs out. How do yours feel? Okay, so this next one I'm going to show you where we want to be going, because we want to stay on the upper back. We don't want to be going on the lower back, because we could cause a bit of an issue in the lower back. So we don't want to be in this region with the foam roller. Where we're going to go is from the thoracic area in the mid back. I'm going to go to the upper back area, just above, so just sort of like shoulder blades, just above shoulder blades there. So we're rolling from mid back to the upper back. We're not rolling the neck or the head on the roller with this one, and we're going to get a really good squish. So again, us runners, a lot of runners can be guilty of protracting forwards like this, and especially if we're on our gadgets, our laptops or our devices. That feels really nice just to massage into that area. So let's go by placing it into your middle back, roll down, and then what you're going to do from here is you're going to go cross your hands across your shoulders, and then put your weight into it, and then lift your hips up slightly and roll. So again, I'm getting to the point where it's not going into my neck. I'm rolling the shoulder blade area, mid back area, and I'm not going any lower than my mid back, because you don't want to go into your lower back. You can damage it. Again, just go nice and slow. You might need to keep adjusting. You can look up. If the neck doesn't like it, you can look towards your knees. It should just feel really nice for that upper back. Go nice and slow again as you breathe. Smile. Well done for giving your body this TLC. Although it's a little bit more brutal and a little bit more harsh, it's really, really good for blood flow and helping repair your body. So well done. I'm moving almost off the mat. Okay, and then sit the hips into the floor and sit up, and then again just roll your shoulders, peel your shoulders backward, feel how much that's released, that upper back and neck and shoulder area. And then we're going to finish with probably or possibly, arguably, one of the most important areas of the body, especially if you are a runner, is our feet, the foundations of our body to the earth. And these poor things take a beating after thousands of steps every single. I mean, if you do a 10k run, you're talking roughly 10,000 steps, which is 5,000 on each foot. So from here, what we're going to do is we're going to give them some attention, some tender loving care. I'm going to go out of shot now with my head, but I'm still here, as you can see. So place the arch of the foot on the foam roller like this, and we're going to roll to about just where the heel starts and then back to about the balls of the feet. And again, the more body weight you sort of lunge down into it, the more squishing and release you're going to get. So if it's tender and if it's painful, just don't lunge as much body weight into it. And what you can do slightly with this one as well is, as you've done the middle bit, you can then just roll inwards a little bit and do the arch a bit more. So lifting the outer part of the foot up and just roll into the arch. Again, change the amount of pressure to what you're feeling. Listen, how much pressure does your body need? You can then go to the outer part slightly again, not too far. And then back to the centre. And again, you might notice you'll be able to put a bit more pressure in if you've got a bit of a release from it. Keep breathing. So all of those nerve endings that get stimulated as well from this, it should feel like your feet are almost buzzing, humming at the end of this. Okay, and then just step that foot off. Feel the difference between the left and the right feet. Okay, let's go to the other one now. So we're going to start, again, rolling, same position. So it's just sort of mainly the arch. So we'll go to the balls of the feet and then where the heel starts. We apply the right amount of pressure for this foot. It might be slightly different. Breathe. And well done for giving your feet, the foundations of your body, some TLC. Okay, let's roll the inner part of the foot now, so the arch of the foot. If you find any spots that need a bit of work in, again, just go ahead, feel free to work into it. And let's go to the outer part, not too high, so don't lift the inner arch too high. And then back to the whole of the middle of the arch, and breathe. Okay, and then step that foot off. And as you come down, just feel the after effects of all of that work. Can you feel how nice your body feels after that? So well done. Fantastic work for being here. Just give this video a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it and put thanks for the video in the comments. I'll be very grateful for that. And if you're interested in any exclusive content, there's exclusive video content in there. If you're also interested in working with me as your online coach, if you're wanting to get stronger, more flexible, and you need some guidance with that, also have a look in the link in the description below. So fantastic work. Well done for using your foam roller. Was yours as brutal and as harsh as mine? So this was like, ooh, a bit, if you've got a nice smooth one, they're sometimes a bit easier. So well done for being here, and I shall see you in whichever video you choose next. Thank you.